Hello, and thank you for joining me on this woodland walk by the coast of France. This morning, when we woke up, the sky was filled with rain clouds, and it was cold. And so we decided to take our rental car and go for an explore. One of the gentlemen who was working in our complex recommended this place because of its beautiful scenery. And in order to get to this magical area of France, we had to drive along a road that was at sea level. And at particular times of the day, you could only drive there because when the tide came in, your car could have been swept away. And so luckily we checked the times, which meant we were able to drive along the road and find this beautiful area, which was surrounded by forest. I hope you don't mind. I'm going to drink my latte here whilst I speak to you. I absolutely adore walking around nature. There is something so free and natural. It gives me a sense of peace. And I love looking at all the different rock formations and trees and leaves, all of the little nooks and crannies around. Sometimes I think that perhaps if you look closely enough, there could be a tiny fairy hiding behind one of the leaves or in one of the bushes. I believe the fact that this woodland area was based right next to this gorgeous ocean made it even more magical. When we first arrived here, the sea and the sky were grey and dull. And then we were blessed with some of this French sunshine. And all of a sudden the sky turned blue and the ocean became this magical mixture of blue and green and turquoise. And so I decided to go for an explore along this little path that led out into the ocean. When I was a little girl, I would love to spend my time one of those mermaids. And if I wished it hard enough, that my feet would become flippers, and I could swim along with her too. On this particular day, however, I was not looking for mermaids. I was admiring these views and imagining living here and having this just on my doorstep. This walkway was filled with fishermen who were using the most peculiar nets in order to catch fish. There were a group of children who, although instructed otherwise, decided to jump from this big height into the ocean, which would have given me a very big fright. As you can see here, they are using these bizarre nets that were shaped like a square, and they would throw them into the sea and then follow with breadcrumbs or to sell in one of the local restaurants that lined the beach. Just before we came on our walk, we had the most impressive buffet of seafood. One of the typical dishes seemed to be a big bowl of mussels in the most delicious sauce. I tried to see if these fishermen had got lots of fish, but I didn't see so many. And so, I hope you have enjoyed this little walk with me among the forest and along the coast of this beautiful area in France. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you next week.